shy. And a lot of times, you know, that don't go together.
Right.
Beautiful women
Right.
and women fair in the Lord, that don't go together. 9 times out of 10, a beautiful woman is a harlot.
Right. Right. And they care for the things of this world.
Can. All right? A woman that's easy on the eyes and one that fears the Lord, that combination, you don't hardly see that.
Not in this kingdom.
No.
See what I'm saying? Like I say, man, they're straight up hearts. All right? And most of the time, they be wicked as hell. All right? You don't see that, what? You don't hardly see that.
Without beauty.
All right? Because, like the ark said, with that beauty, you know, they want to make it of using their beauty. See what I'm saying? You know, and they jump from dick to dick to dick to dick. You understand? The majority of these so-called beautiful women in this society, then damn, blow right out. Vag completely blown out. All right? And that's why, because one man can't satisfy her. She need more wood for the fire. You know? Yeah, man, but the point is you don't see that often. All right? But let's read on.
Her parents also were righteous and taught their daughter according to the law of Moses.
Read.
Now Joachim was a great rich man and had a fair garden joining unto his house. And to him resorted the Jews, because he was more honorable than all others.
Can. All right, so he was an honorable man. All right, so you have people that have a lot of money and they fed the Most High Yahweh Qam Yasharahla as well. All right, so all Israel, you know, basically in the kingdom is going to be filthy, nasty, dirty, stinking rich. All Israel, from the lowest man you see in this kingdom today, is going to be more richer than the elites of this world. All right? Well, let's read on.
The same year were appointed 2 of the ancients of the people to be judges, such as Yahweh spake out, that wickedness came from Babylon from ancient judges who seemed to govern the people.
All right, read.
These kept much at Joachim's house, and all that had any suit in law came unto them.
All right, read on.
Now when the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden to walk. And the 2 elders saw her going in every day and walking, so that their lust was inflamed toward her.
Read.
And they perverted their own mind and turned away their eyes, that they might not look unto heaven nor remember just judgments.
Can. All right, so they basically, these 2 damn judges, all right, their minds were filled with lust.
It's basically adultery.
Can. All right. All right. And the lust might be the only thing in your life that you need to take control of.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? For example, all right, some people lust in eating too much. You understand? Some people lust in chasing after women. All right? Which that could cause you to forget your main purpose. You see what I'm saying? All right? And your main purpose is what? Serving the Most High power, Yahweh Qam Yasharahla. All right? And basically, you can make a woman an idol as well. See what I'm saying? Making a lot of money. That's also a form of lust as well. See what I'm saying? Because that could pervert your heart from righteous judgment. All right? Well, let's read on.
Speak
up a little bit.
Yeah, that also ties in with the 7 deadly sins. Basically, when you commit one, you commit all.
Yeah.
Because lust tends to lead to greed, that tends to lead to wrath, that tends to lead to gluttony. All tie in.
Yeah. All right. Read on.
Verse 10. And albeit they both were wounded with her love, yet there's not one show another his grief.
Read.
For they were ashamed to declare their lust, that they desired to have to do with her.
Read on.
Yet they watched diligently from day to day to see her.
Read.
And the one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time.
Read on, read 3 to 15.
So when they were gone out, they parted again. They came to the same place, and after that they had asked one another the cause. They acknowledged their lust. Then appointed they a time both together when they might find her alone.
Right, read.
And it fell out, as they watched a fit time, she went in as before with 2 maids only, and she was desirous to wash herself in the garden, for it was hot.
Right, because at that time, what? She know that ain't no one can beat her. You see what I'm saying? All right. And she decided to say, well, okay, let me take a nice cold bath or what's not. You understand? All right. This is what was happening. But let's read on. 16 to 22.
And there was nobody there save the 2 elders that had hid themselves and watched her. Then she said to her maids, bring me oil and washing balls, and shut the garden doors that I may wash me. And they did as she bade them, and shut the garden doors, and went out themselves at privy doors to fetch the things that she had commanded them. But they saw not the elders, because they were hid. Now when the maids were gone forth, the 2 elders rose up and ran unto her, saying, behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us, and we are in love with thee. Therefore consent unto us, and lie with us.
You see these judges now.
God.
Wicked niggas.
God.
All right.
Man who so-called is in the truth.
John. All right. Read.
Verse 21. If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee, that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away thy maids from thee.
Read. What's this?
Then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side. For if I do this thing, it is death unto me. And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands.
John. All right. So she kind of doubted for a minute, right? Because keep in mind now, these were 2 big men. All right.
In stature and in society.
Right, in stature and society and status, right? All right, and on top of that, they could overpower her. You see what I'm saying? So jump back up to verse 21 and read that again. Read that Proverbs 6 and 16. Right? Jump back up to 21 and read 21 again, Baba Kusha.
Verse 21. If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee, that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away thy maids from thee.
Right. So now these niggas lie, right? Done. And again, there goes the 6th sense that the Most High hates.
False witness.
Can. Because remember, right? The scriptures say what? She feared the Lord. When we jump back up to verse 2. All right, it said she was fair and she feared the Lord, right? But check this. Let's jump up let's jump the Proverbs 6 and 16 and 17.
Proverbs 6 and 17.
16.
Salak and 16. Salakia. These 6 things do the Lord hate. Yeah. 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood.
Can. So basically, they did 2 things, right? They're going to basically cause her to be put to death. Right? So first of all, they had a lying tongue. You see? They had a lying tongue. And they had hands that shed innocent blood.
They basically had a proud look too, because they're using their status in society against her.
Can.
Because where they say they can be a judge against them and basically lie on her, so they felt they bravado. You see?
Can. All right. Like I was saying, innocent blood would have been shed if she had to be judged by them. Can. So if they testified against her, she committed adultery, and that would have caused her innocent blood to be shed. So what the Most High say he hate again up? Let's read that.
Verse 17. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood.
Right. So they're the things that the Most High hate, right? All right. Read on.
Verse 18. A heart that deviseth wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift in running to mischief. A false witness that speaketh lies. And he that soweth discord among the brethren.
God, so basically they're guilty of all these things.
God.
You see what I'm saying? Now, from there, let's jump to Exodus 20 and 16. Because when we go back here to Susanna, all right? Yeah, hold on. Right? When they go back here to Susanna 1 and 20, behold, the garden doors were shut, that no man can see us. Right. Read it, read verse 21 again.
If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee, that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away thy maids from thee.
Right. Now check this out, right? Exodus 20 and 16.
Thou shalt not bear false witness.
You see that? So they damn lie. You see that? And these niggas know the law. I call them niggas because they wicked.
Which you're going to see.
Can. All right? And that's what they did. They bear false witness. So later on, you're going to see how the Most High Power, Yahweh Qam Yasharahla, solved this whole thing. See what I'm saying? Because when you deal wickedly, Yahweh Qam Yasharahla is going to deal wickedly with you.
What the scripture says, the wicked shall not go unpunished.
Done. All right? And that's what they forget. They forget when they deal wickedly with people, the Most High can deal wickedly with them. Something called karma. When you put good in, you get good out. All right? When you damn put wicked and evilness out, you should be scared. Can. All right? The Most High sees everything, man. All right, so let's go back to Susanna. Yes, sir. Yeah, start at 21. 21 and 22 again.
Susanna, chapter 1 and 21. If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee, that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away thy maids from thee.
Read.
Then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side. For if I do this thing, it is dead unto me. And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands.
Can. So basically, she reverenced Yahweh Qam Yasharahla because she said, I am straitened on every side. For if I do this thing, it is dead unto me. So she feared Yahweh Qam Yasharahla more than she feared these two niggas.
Goes back to difficulty.
Can. All right. So if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands, right? Meaning, if she don't do what they wanted to do, then they're gonna force her to do it anyway. Wow. See what I'm saying? But listen to what she's gonna say.
Done.
All right. Read.
Verse 23. It is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of Yahweh.
Kind of man, she had to have faith. You see what I'm saying? And this is a good example for a lot of these women out here today. You see what I'm saying? But these women out here today, they feel like if they ain't got it, then they got to go sell their body. You see? All right, but let's read on.
24. With that, Susanna cried with a loud voice, and the two elders cried out against her. Suppose in the scripture says cry aloud, eh? No, not that one.
I can show you right now.
Right. Verse 25. Then ran the one and opened the garden door. So when the servants of the house heard the cry in the garden, they rushed in at the privy door to see what was done unto her.
Gone. Now watch this, right? Now let's go back to the law, right? Because the scripture say what she feared the Lord, right? Now watch this. Let's go to Deuteronomy 22. And we're going to read from verse 23 to 27. Gone. Yeah. 22 and 23. Straight on down to 27.
Deuteronomy 22 and 23. If a damsel that is a virgin betrothed unto a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of the city, and you shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he had humbled his neighbor's wife. So shalt thou put away evil from amongst you. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man rises against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter.
Gone. All right. Now, she was betrothed to this man. She was married to this man, and these two niggas basically tried to rape her, right? So she remembered the law, and what she do? She cry out. See what I said? She cry out, and people run to come and help her. All right, so you see, these niggas have to be put to death. Now, if she didn't cry out, she would have been just as guilty as them. You see that?
That's true.
I ain't making this stuff up. We just read the law on that. See what I said? All right. Read verse 23 again. In that? No.
Verse 23. Deuteronomy 22 and 23. If a damsel that is a virgin betrothed unto a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her,
Read.
then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he had humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil from among you.
Right, because in this case, she would have been put to death because she didn't cry out, but we see she cry out. Done. All right. So let's go back now to the book of Susanna. Let's jump to 26 again. Yeah.
So when the servants of the house heard the cry in the garden, they rushed in at a privy door to see what was done unto her.
Right, read on.
But when the elders had declared their matter, the servants were greatly ashamed, for there was never such a report made of Susanna.
Right, read on.
And it came to pass the next day, when the people are assembled to her husband Joachim, the two elders came also of mischievous imagination against Susanna to put her to death. That Salakia, this also ties into a woman being humble and being virtuous. Because if you was a humble woman, known in society not for doing something, if it ever comes abroad, you know, you would have the benefit of the doubt because that ain't something you known to be doing. But if you are known as a promiscuous woman inside the society, when something like that happens, people right off the bat, yeah man, she known for doing things like that.
Done.
You see?
Done. So he's saying that wouldn't be in her character.
Right. Verse 29. And said before the people, send for Susanna, the daughter of Celsius, Joachim's wife. And so they sent. So she came with her father and mother, her children, and all her kindred.
Right, so she had children. All right, read on.
Now Susanna was a very delicate woman and beauteous to behold.
Right, read. Now check this out.
And these wicked men commanded her to uncover her face, for she was covered, that they might be filled with her beauty.
Right, so she was covered. So again, her whole head, her whole face, only her eye was out. You understand? Like how them Muslim women wear that thing today. I think you call it niqab. Niqab or something like that. So when you ask him get time, you could lock that up. All right, they basically put this like a veil over their whole head and face. Only their eye was to be out. All right? Yeah, man, so these same wicked niggas, they wanted to see her face. God. Even though they was ready to put her to death. Because she didn't sleep with them, you see. They couldn't handle that rejection. You see, even though they were so-called great men in Israel. You see what I said? Judges of power. They had status in the society at that time. All right? But they still, you know, decided to do this damn wicked thing. You see what I said? It says, what? For she was covered. They wanted to see her beauty. You see what I said? And that's what, you know, that's what caused me you know, to go into this lesson because we read the same thing. I remember reading that before. All right. Yeah, man. So, Susanna, she was covered. All right, but let's read on.
Therefore her friends and all that saw her wept. Then the two elders stood up in the midst of the people and laid their hands upon her head. And she, weeping, looked up toward heaven, for her heart trusted in Yahweh. And the elders said, as we walked in the garden alone, this woman came in with two maids and shut the garden doors and sent the maids away.
Right, read.
Then a young man, who there was hid, came unto her and lay with her.
Right, so they lied. Right? Read.
Then we that stood in the corner of the garden, seeing this wickedness, ran unto them.
Right. All right. So that's how wicked they is, man. You see? They damn lying, you know, and making these false reports. You know? Just like niggas today. All right, bearing false witness. Ready to shed innocent blood. You know? But read on.
And when we saw them together, the man we could not hold, but he was stronger than we, and opened the door and leaped out. But having taken this woman, we asked who the young man was, but she would not tell us. These things we do testify. Then the assembly believed them as those that were the elders and judges of the people, so they condemned her to death. They automatically took those two judges' word.
Done.
See? Then Susanna, Salakia. You know, if I got into it. You know, that's what a lot of us, that's the type of persecution a lot of us who in this truth can end up going through. You know, being made, getting false, people bearing false witness against us. But just like Susanna, we had to show that faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that, you know, he'd make a way and send a righteous judge to, you know, deal righteously with us.
Done. And you're going to see that as we read on.
Done.
All right.
Then the assembly believed them,
41.
as those that were the elders and judges of the people, so they condemned her to death. Then Susanna cried out with a loud voice and said, O everlasting power, that knowest the secrets and knowest all things before they be, thou knowest that they have borne false witness against me, and behold, I must die, whereas I never did such things as these men have maliciously invented against me.
I gotta see if I gotta add something too.
Yeah.
And she called it on the name of the true power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. She ain't call on God and she ain't call on Jesus.
Done. Because remember again now, the scriptures say what she fed the Lord. And we see in that throughout this whole story. All right? Read on.
And Yahweh heard her voice. Therefore, when she was led to be put to death, Yahweh raised up the Holy Spirit of a young youth whose name was Daniel.
Right, read.
Who cried with a loud voice, I am clear from the blood of this woman. Then all the people turned them toward him and said, what mean these words that thou hast spoken?
Read.
This Daniel standing up to be a righteous judge.
As
we should be.
Verse
48. So he standing in the midst of them said, are ye such fools, ye sons of Israel, that without examination or knowledge of the truth, ye have condemned the daughter of Israel?
Read.
Return again to the place of judgment, for they have borne false witness against her.
Done. So the Most High showed Daniel where these niggas was lying. You understand? That's why Daniel could have said what he said. You know?
You know, that ties into the precept. That ties into the precept also following on about the two people.
Done.
Right? Because if Daniel is still going along with them, the blood of that innocent of Susanna would have been on his hands. But he stand up in great boldness against the multitude and speak for the truth, as we should too. You see?
Done. Daniel was the light in that whole congregation, right?
The Most High put the spirit on him.
Done.
At that point in time.
You can't be scared to go against the grain. You can't be scared to stand up for the truth.
Done. See? So I want you to get Psalm 33, 21. All right.
Verse 50. Wherefore all the people turned again in haste, and the elder said unto him, come, sit down among us, and show it us, seeing Yahweh had given thee the honor of an elder.
Read.
Friggin' showing off. Right.
Gone.
Then said Daniel unto them, put these two aside, one far from another, and I will examine them.
Right. Meaning he would interrogate them. The same way how, you know, you see these police during the investigation. Or you think they know how to do the investigation?
Right.
All right, from these same scriptures. All right, CSI and all these different TV shows and that. Where do you think they get us from? You know? All right, and this is how you get the truth. So Daniel said, you know something? Let's separate them. I guarantee you, if I separate them, I can come up with two different stories. You know? But let's read on.
Verse 52. So when they were put asunder one from another, he called one of them and said unto him, O thou that art waxing old in wickedness, now thy sins which thou hast committed aforetime are come to light. For thou hast pronounced false judgment, and hast condemned the innocent, and hast let the guilty go free. Albeit the Most High said, the innocent and righteous shall thou not slay. Now then, if thou hast seen her, tell me, under what tree sawest thou them come accompanying together? Who answered, under a mastic tree.
Right, so he say under a mastic tree, right? Inside this garden, right? Now what this, right? What would Daniel can tell him?
And Daniel said, very well, thou hast lied against thine own head. But even now the angel of Yahweh had received the sentence of Yahweh to cut thee in two.
Right?
You know, this even goes to show that the Most High is long suffering again.
God.
The Most High still give it place of repentance.
God.
You see? If that judge to come forward and say, man, that no true, I lie. You know, he might not have had the status no more, but he basically still might have kept his life.
God.
But to the end, he still lied.
God.
And like Daniel read him his judgment, the angels already set forth to put him to death.
God.
You see?
All right.
Verse 54. Now then, Salakia, 55. And Daniel said, very well, thou hast lied against thine own head, but even now the angel of Yahweh had received the sentence of Yahweh to cut thee in two. So he put him aside and commanded to bring the other, and said unto him, O thou seed of Canaan, and not of Judah, beauty had deceived thee, and lust had perverted thine heart.
Right. Beauty have deceived thee, and lust had perverted thy heart. The scriptures say what? Sirach, chapter 26, I think 25. Basically, desire not a beautiful woman for pleasure. So, Sirach, if you could pull that precept for me, 25, and the last voice on that page. 25. 21.
Sirach 25 and 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure.
Right. All right, and this what happened. This what happened with them. All right, they stumbled at her beauty, and they wanted to live with her because she was beautiful. All right, you got it.
Sirach verse 56, 57. Thus have ye dealt with the daughters of Israel, and they for fear accompanied with you, but the daughter of Judah would not abide your wickedness. So that means they do this before.
Done.
Verse 58. Now therefore tell me, under what tree didst thou take them companying together? Who answered, under a home tree.
On the home tree. Now the first one say what?
Mastic.
A mastic tree. So you see that? So when he separate them, this one saying one thing, the next one saying something else. So they lie.
That's how the CID now is confound you.
God.
You know?
The story ain't adding up. All right. Read on.
Then said Daniel unto him, well, thou hast also lied against thine own head.
The lucky, right? And that's what you call corrupt words, right? You lie.
Lie in corrupt words.
God.
For the angel of Yahweh waited with the sword to cut thee in two, that he may destroy you, separate the spirit from his flesh.
Done.
Verse 60. With that, all the assembly cried out with a loud voice and praised Yahweh, who saved them that trust in him.
God, you see that? So now the Most High get all the glory and praise and honor. Because they find out now that these two wicked niggas lie. Alright? So now let's jump to Psalms 33, 21, 22. Alright?
Psalms 33 and 21. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name.
Right, and man, we see Susanna did that. Right? She feared the Lord and she called upon his name. Alright, now jump up to verse 18. Let's read 18 and then 19.
Verse 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine.
Done. Alright, and we see that happen with Susanna. He delivered her soul from death. Okay? So let's jump back to Susanna.
61?
Yeah, 61, 64. And then we got Psalms 52 to that one.
The history of Susanna, verse 61. And they arose against the two elders, but Daniel had convicted them of false witness by their own mouth.
Done. Alright, so he let them lie on themselves.
Right. And according to the law of Moses, they did unto them in such sort as they maliciously intended to do to their neighbor, and they put them to death. Thus the innocent blood was saved the same day.
Right.
Therefore Celsius and his wife praised Yahweh for their daughter Susanna, with Joachim her husband, and all the kindred, because there was no dishonesty found in her. From that day forth was Daniel had in great reputation in the sight of the people.
Can. Alright, so what we learned from this story? Alright, we learned to have faith and trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and he's going to work things out. Right. And we see that with Susanna. Right. Alright, let's get one or two more and then we'll get out of here. Psalm 52, let's start at verse 2. 4.
Psalms 52, verse 2. Thy tongue deviseth mischief like a sharp razor, working deceitfully.
Right, and that's them two niggas. Even though they're speaking to Esau, but they're speaking to 2/3 of our people as well.
They're wicked.
You understand? And that's what they do. They use their tongue to damn lie. Alright, to invent these damn malicious acts. Right?
Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness, the law.
Right, and we see that with them two niggas, they damn lie straight through. Alright, because their minds was perverted by her beauty.
That's why Daniel had to curse the most.
Can. Alright, let's read on.
Verse 5. The Most High shall destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place, and root thee out of the land of the living. Selah. The righteousness also shall see and fear.